Welcome to another episode, already Sunday at 6. So, what we're gonna do today is something happened straight after we came back with the 750 from Germany. You saw the episode where the white car was crashed. Sad but true. So, when we came back after a few weeks of using, well, this happened. So today a thing happened, So when I started the car up, the 750, the right side was sitting a little bit lower than the left side, which means the air suspension has been leaking a little bit over the days. So I started the car, and normally that would indicate that the compressor in the back should lift the car on the side where it's sitting. So there is two valves opening, and there's a main valve opening first to the other two, and then it regulates to the right level. However, the seal broke in the piston compressor, and all the air from both shock absorbers leaked backwards out in the open air. So the car is sitting down hard on the ass. So if you take a look, it looks like a Jeep in the front, and it looks like a lowrider in the back. So there is no other way than to replace the compressor. When I unlock the car and when I start it up, I can hear the compressor is running. Nothing is happening, no air is coming out, so the piston and the cylinder is probably broken really bad inside. So I have a brand new compressor. We're going to put that in place, and I'm going to show you how it's done. I've never done this before, so it's learned by doing like normally, and I think it's a quick fix. That's the positive thing. So first thing to do, get the car on the lift, get it high enough to be able to access everything in the back. All right? So the car is on the lift, and you could probably hear struggling a lot. This car is like 2,300 kilos, something. Quite heavy. Since the car is equipped with the double window glass, this comfort glass as it's called in BMW way, so it's heavier in terms of just the glass, and it's a long version, the long wheelbase, which means it's another 230-240 kilos from the short wheelbase car. So it's a limousine without a doubt. So air compressor for the rear suspension on these cars are located underneath here under the car. This car is equipped with the trailer hook, and under this box you will find the compressor unit. And yeah, I've prepared with a new unit. So under this plastic somewhere, we're gonna look at it. There is a complete new unit for the compressor, for the air suspension. So it's a BMW item, as you can see. So what I was talking about before is that inside here is a piston which is pumping up and down in this cylinder, compressing the air like a piston compressor is doing, sending the air back here. And in the rear here there is a connector. I don't know if it shows, but it's located here. This activates a valve opening to the air here coming out from the compressor unit. This hose leads all the way up here to these valves, and these valves is two valves actually, left and right side shock absorber. So that's how the car is regulating left and right, rising and lowering. So in this case on my car, when this one activates, the air was leaking the back way all the way into this broken compressor, and the air was leaking out from internal leakage in the cylinder. So my unit is shot. I know the engine is working, probably everything is running like it should, but there is no pressure build-up. So instead of trying to troubleshoot this one, I have and replacing the cylinder, the piston, and if that doesn't help, maybe it's the valve, the actuator here back, and if that doesn't help, I need to replace the front valves, and suddenly the money is the same. So right now it's a brand new unit, and since we will have a lot of car projects over the years ahead, and I will use a big car trailer to pick up cars and leave off cars and everything, so I need to have a reliable air suspension, so the car can really do the job. That's the purpose of the car, to use it as a daily driver and to use it on the channel. So the first thing to do is to get this plug out. It's just this which expands when you put it in. I'm gonna get it out. Like that. And after that, there is like 2 plastic 10mm nuts sitting in here. We're gonna put those out. One on each side. So not like this. So, after some investigation, it shows that removing this heat shield a little bit, there is a 8mm screw up here we need to remove as well. So we're going to do that, which is also holding this cover in place. So we're going to remove this one. I was trying to not need to remove the heat shield in full, but maybe that's even better. It will save some time along the way to do so. So we remove more of it. Like that, and we bend it down a little bit. There's the screw. It's hard to see, right? It's up here on the side. It's an 8mm. Like always, you try to be lazy and not remove it more than necessary, but you just regret it. Better to remove whatever you can. So I'll do the same thing on the other side. The plan is to get a caravan, and to be able to pull a large caravan after this car, it's a good idea to have a fresh air suspension. So we're gonna replace the shocks later on as well, just in case. The car has done 200,000 kilometers, and yeah, everything is like 10 years old, and it's just as good to do so. So now both of those screws are out, and see how easy it goes. Ta-da! There you have the air compressor. So what I'm gonna do now on this baby is to remove, first of all, the connectors. This is for the valve actuation, and on this side we have the power supply for the pump. Oh, we have it here. Power supply for the pump is up here. So both connectors on this side, and we need to remove the air hoses for the shocks left and right side. They are blue and red. I have no idea which one is which, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna put them back just like they are, so it shouldn't be any problems at all. And yeah, it looks a bit rusty, and it looks a bit, it's been there for 10 years doing the same thing each day. I'm quite sure it's not in vain to replace this baby. So that's what we're gonna do. Power supply is out, and there's the valve actuator, the remote for the valves. So now we're gonna remove those, I think it's 10mm nuts to the air connections, and that's pretty much it. Then it's just to connect this hose. There is a hose here visible in this end. This hose is going all the way up here, This is where you supply the compressor with air. So you do not suck air directly into this place, because you will get moist and water and whatever might splash up here. So that's why there is like a suction pipe up to a higher level. So you always add air without any water or humidity. So that's why. So as you can see, this is the new unit, complete unit, and this is the old. So the old one looks quite okay. However, there is some wear and tear, some rust, some stuff, but overall they look quite identical. So what we're gonna do is move over the things we need to move over to make it complete. I see there is some hose clamps here for the inlet air. We're going to put those onto this unit because they're not assembled from start. So there's a bracket or the punched hole here in the metal. So that's what we're going to do. Gently, so we don't break anything. Like that. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I'm going to need both hands, but still, this is what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to put this back on the car. Okay, so time to put the new unit in place. So we're going to start with the air hose in the back, and then we're going to set it up here like that. Now we're gonna put the hose in place here, so it's secured and doesn't move around, like that, sitting well. Then we have the cable attachment here on the center for the main valve operation. So we're gonna put that on and connect it like that, connected. Then we're going to connect the power supply for the pump up here, and we're going to connect the valve control like that. So pretty much that's it. Now everything is replaced, everything is in place, I mean for good. So what we're going to do next, I'm going to take this dust cover or dirt cover, I'm going to slide it in to protect everything from contamination. The last thing is to connect it into the bumper like that. So everything is tightened up, and now we're going to see if it actually lifts or if this was all in vain. So we're going to try to start it up. Slowly, slowly, slowly. It's lifting. So it looks like it done some kind of difference. So as you can see, big difference from before. We now have some lift. So that was the problem, why the car wouldn't sit up properly. So now it matches the front, and as you can see, it's sky high. We're gonna do something about this. Even though it's a daily driver, I cannot tolerate any Jeep or SUV lookalikes. So what do I say? The work was successful. The car has air suspension again, and many more things will happen to this car in a short while, and it won't look like this much longer. This is a LCI, the facelift model of the F02, but we're gonna make it look like a lot better than that. And it will come with a suspension kit, facelift even further, wheels. Yeah, you know me, that's gonna happen in the near future. So yeah, finally air suspension at least. So now I can start using it again. As you can see, quite easy fix, and the car is back on the road. Yeah, so a lot of things is about to happen with that car. We're gonna, yeah, chop it up. Let me say like that. So next week, the whole journey starts with the rebuild from an F02 to a G12. The car gonna look about 10 years newer and a lot more cool. All right, you don't want to miss that. If you like this video and what we do on the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and check in next Sunday. See you then.